what do you think, in your opinion, are some of the most important skills for a team member to possess when talking about esports? Now, I'm not speaking about the talent of playing the game itself. I'm talking about teamwork, openness, right? The ability to listen, the ability to take criticism, and the ability to come and say, you know what, I did this wrong. You told me this. Now I'm gonna, get better. What in your mind encompasses some of the characteristics that makes the perfect player?
So, that makes the perfect player, in my opinion, is I'm gonna be honest with you, like blunt completely. In the esports scene, a lot of players have huge egos. Like
Yeah, right.
it's kind of crazy. Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so I think what makes the perfect player is just being open to what the coach is saying, what your owner is saying. That's not too often seen. A lot of people also need to kind of not stress themselves. A lot of times when I'm in meetings or when I'm talking to players, they're kind of like, I need to be the best. And I'm like, you don't need to be the best. You need to be better than what you are, obviously. Sometimes people aren't the best player, but you don't always need to be the best, the one who makes the millions of dollars. If you're making $1,000, you should still be happy with your success and what you've done.
Hmm.
And sometimes it's just hard for people to kind of understand that because they're like, well, I'll go in the Fortnite aspect. The player, he was like, well, I need to be the next Booga. I need to be the next one who wins World Cup. I'm like,
Right.
how often are, people, you know what I mean? If
Yeah,
you're
for
not
sure.
already up there, how often are you doing that? You just won $100. You should be happy about you winning $100. It's not about you winning that $1,000,000 because if you keep up your grind and just not let the stress get to you about wanting to be the best player, you will be the best player because you're not going to be stressing yourself. You're not going to be like, I need to play this many hours because he's playing this many hours. No, you need to play as many hours as you can. A lot of times when I'm seeing players, the most successful ones are the ones who don't put their whole life into the game. You know what I mean?
Okay,
They don't
interesting.
stay at home all day. They don't quit school just because they want to play the game. The ones who are most successful, they go to school actually, and they go to content creation and they do more things to where they're not just only staying home. A lot of people like to say, well, if I go out with my friends this day, I can't go out with my friends the next day because I need to be playing the game. I can't go with my friends to that party because I need to be playing that game. It's just not true. You know what I mean? It's not always true. And um, a big key factor on how esports teams esports players even do good is just because they get fresh air. They
Right.
live their life.
Right.
You don't need to spend 10 hours a day clicking all the keyboards and doing all of the mouse things. You know what I mean? Just
Right.
just not becoming of no life, if that makes sense. No offense to
Right.
anybody who does that, but obviously, you need to live your life. Gaming is going to always be there, and you're always going to be able to play the game. And on weekends, that's probably the best time. But during school days, skipping your homework just to do a few things, it just won't work out in the long run.